Happy New Year, you guys! It is January 1st, 2025, and it is time to sit down and share my Teachers Pay Teachers income report for the entirety of 2024. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope this video finds you happy and healthy. I hope you had a great holiday season. Wherever 2025 finds you, I hope you are doing well. We are starting the year off with one of my favorite videos, which is my annual Teachers Pay Teachers yearly income reports. I've been trying to find other teachers who are posting these as well. I try to leave comments there. If you know any other teachers or you yourself also share income reports, let me know down below in the comments. If you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Kristen. I am an online teacher, a Teachers Pay Teachers creator. I work on a college faculty. I also just celebrated 1 year of working in the college settings. Some of you guys have asked me to do a review of my time so far working at a college. That'll be a future video, so make sure that you guys are subscribed. And if you want more videos like this, let me know by giving this one a huge thumbs up. Again, if you are new, I have many videos documenting my journey as a Teachers Pay Teachers seller. Now, just for some quick context, I started making products on Teachers Pay Teachers in August of 2022. 2023 was my very first full year, and just to get some numbers going right from the start, my yearly income in 2023 was $1,777. So 1,777. And my goal was to double that number. So somewhere around the $3,500 mark was my goal. What I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna outline month by month. Actually, hold on, I have it written down just so I don't forget exactly what I want to do. Okay, my goals for this video, because I wrote this down as my husband and I were road tripping back from Toronto back down to Ohio, which was wonderful. Different story for a different time. I want to cover monthly income, yearly comparison, so how many items did I sell in 2023 versus 2024, views, etc. My top 3 game changers. A lot of things happened in 2024. A lot of things happened. I had my first successful product line. I got into really pushing an email list. So many things happened. So I wanted to document my top 3 so I can look back. Again, if you want to see other things I learned along the way, I'll just put the whole playlist of Teachers Pay Teachers videos down below. 2025 goals for the shop, and then life updates, because I haven't been on this channel in a while and I thought I would give some updates. So without any further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, show you guys each and every month of 2024, then we'll look at the grand totals, and then we'll look at some number comparisons. Sharing my screen here in 3, 2, 1. All right, starting off the month of January 2024, you can see we made $139.49. That number had us selling a total of 49 units, and we had 1,064 views on the store. We're just going to compare earnings to the previous year. We're not going to do all of those metrics, but $139 in 2024 compared to the previous year of $89.34. Let me know if anybody else likes seeing this percentage improvement right here on the dashboard, so we don't have to look up how much better or worse we did year over year or month over month. I really like it. I think it's really helpful. But moving right along, let's go to February of 2024. You can see we made even more in February, making a total of $309.13, selling a total number of 91 units. We were getting so close to a major milestone I had this year of selling 100 units in a month, and we're gonna blow that out of the water in a little bit, so stay tuned. And then had a total number of views, 1,290. My conversion, I'll just throw that in here as well. Conversion rate was 6.5%. Going back over to earnings and comparing it to the year before, you can see we greatly improved. If you remember, if you followed along on this journey for a while, March of 2023 was really a horrible time for me. I actually forget what made it so bad. I can go back and look at those videos, but I remember making videos like, this was my worst month. Here are the things I did wrong and things that I need to do better in the future. And you can see we greatly improved, 633% higher than the year before. So very, very happy with that. Moving on to March. In March of 2024, we dipped a little bit. We made $299.92. We sold a total number of 100. There it is, 100. So I made less, but I sold more units. And that is all because of bundles. I had more bundles sell in February than I did March. You can see we had a total number of 1,245 views. And if we compare March of 2024 to last year, you can see we still had a very nice improvement, 697% better than the year prior. Then we jumped into quarter two, which is April. April of 2024, we got so close to another major milestone, having a $500 month. In 2023, I believe it was September or October, I had a $435 month. That was the highest I had had up until this month right here. April of 2024, we made $486. Comparing that to the previous year, we made $61.42. So we had another really big jump this year. Going back over, we sold a total number of 136 units. We had 1,315 views. So pretty good month overall. Then moving over to May. May, we finally did it. As you can see, we hit another major milestone, $500 earned in a month. Let's compare that to the year before, where you can see that we earned $95.77. Now, of that $500, we sold 165 units. So we now are consistently selling over 100 units, which is really awesome. And we had a total of 1,855 views. Moving right along, we're going into the summer months. Now, I remember when I made this video a year ago, one of my goals was to make at least $100 every single month. And you'll notice so far we did that. And then we got to June. June, as you can see, we made $77.76. This will be one of my lowest months I have. And that is, just being honest, because I do not have a big number of summer items in my store. It will definitely be an item to look at as we are jumping into the new year. But if we compare that to the prior year, you can still see, even with the low numbers, we still made a little bit more, 38% more than the year prior. And then you can see we sold a total number of 28 units, so we did not get anywhere close to the 100. We had 511 views, so not the best, but again, that is summer. I've heard some people in the TPT world say to not even count June and July and think of every year instead as having 10 months and just not counting June or July. Then let's jump over to July. July, you can see we had a pretty big jump from the kind of lackluster month that was June. We made $201.20. If we compare that to the previous year, we improved by 126%. And of that number, we sold 71 units, had 502 views on the and let's just throw in conversion. I know I haven't been consistent with that in this report. An 11% conversion rate. So not bad at all. Then let's go jump into the back to school season, which is August. August of 2024. Now I'm going to be very honest here. I thought August was going to be my first 4-figure month. I was ready for it. I had what I thought would be good back to school material, but the numbers do not lie. You can see here we made $334.44, not even hitting the $500 mark. Our highest earning day was $57.77. I was so excited. It was a $50 day. I had been starting to count those $50 days because they were so rare in my shop, but that's okay. I figured, hey, if it wasn't meant to happen, if this was not meant to be a 4-figure month, that's okay. Let's take a look. We did sell, oh, no, those are views, excuse me. We did sell 112 units, so we did hit 100, and we had 897 views. Now, even though this number was not a 4-figure number, if I compare it to the previous year, oops, that's previous period, previous year, we still did better. Was it hundreds of percent better? No, but it was 18% better because the prior back to school August month, we made $282. And even though it's not a big number, a win is a win. We still did better. Was I still upset we didn't have a 4-figure month in August? Yes, but just like I've got to work on June, I again still have to work on August. And then we hit September of 2024. And things started to change. We had, as you can see, our very first 4-figure month, which was amazing. I could not believe my eyes here. We made $1,043.27. Let's just go ahead and do a comparison from the previous year. The previous year was one of my highest I had in 2023. I made $473. So I did improve. According to the TPT site, we improved 120%. And looking at other numbers, of course, we sold 264 units. We had 1,308 views, and our conversion this month was 19%. This was incredible. I've already gone in and looked to see how this happened, what was selling, what things I did for marketing and SEO, so I can in the future, moving forward into this year, implement very similar structures. And of course, I'll document them here on the channel as well. So again, make sure you guys are subscribed. Moving right along to the month of October 2024. We did not have a 4-figure month, but I was still so incredibly excited to see $748.86. If I compare that to the previous year, we again had a big improvement. We are up 221%. As the previous year, we hit $233. So you'll actually see sevens for the rest of this report, just spoiler. I can go into units sold and share we sold 236 units and had 1,219 views. So not a bad October at all. Again, I was working on a couple SEO things, a couple things I wanted to try out in my store, and they definitely were working. Going into November of 2024, we had another $700 month, like I mentioned, $718.42, as compared to the previous year, where we earned $196.22. Let's go and look at those other metrics, just so we keep it all even around here. We sold 229 units and had 1,207 views. And last but not least, the month that we just finished, I bet you can't even guess what number it starts with. It made me $776.42, which was great because last year, I think December was a lower month after having some higher fall and beginning winter months. Yes, we improved 553%. Because in 2023, we made $118.94. Looking at those other metrics really quick, then we'll do a yearly comparison. In December, we sold 276 units and had 3,873 views on the channel. Now that I do know where that number came from. I had not had anywhere near that amount of views, actually at all. If I go and look at the entire year of 2024, hold on one second, where you're going to see a huge jump in views. These are December's views right here. There was a huge spike. I'm going to share what I did and how that happened in an entirely separate video moving forward, just because I don't want to take time out of this video, but it absolutely did work. Now, did that big spike in numbers reflect in a big spike in sales? No, it didn't. But there's more to the game than just making sales. There are other things we in the TPT world kind of work on growing. So in the future, they could equal sales. Think of it like a future investment. And again, we will talk about that. But while we're here, let's go ahead and look at a comparison. This is the views in 2024 as compared to the views in 2023. We had 27% of an increase when it came to views. Previous year was 12,825 views, and now this year we made 16,286 views. If we go to items sold, this year in 2024, we sold 1,757 items as compared to the previous year, 586 items. And what I thought was very interesting, and I'm just going to show my conversions over the years. In 2023, my conversions were 4.4 overall. They improved so much this year, 10%. Now, do I completely agree that these numbers are factual data? Not really, when there are some cases like somebody finding you on the mobile app where you can't make purchases, or was it a mention in someone else's email blast, or was it my email list? I don't think these are completely factual, but they are an improvement overall, so we are celebrating them. And then finally, the big one, earnings. Reminder, in 2023, we made a total of $1,777, and in 2024, we made $5,636.76, an improvement of 217%. These numbers are absolutely amazing. If you remember at the beginning of this video, I said that my goal for 2024 was just to double the previous year and have somewhere in the ballpark of $3,500. We absolutely blew that goal out of the water. We also had many months where we sold over 100 items, and we did have our very first $1,000 month, our first four-figure month. A few things I do want to point out here. My highest earning day came on September 16th. I made $91.97. I have yet to have a $100 day. That is something I really want to strive for in 2025. I may even make a little video here on YouTube celebrating the day it happens. I am really going to push for that number. It's a big milestone. Speaking of milestones, if you guys want to see an entirely separate video outlining my milestones for my TPT shop, let me know by giving this video a huge thumbs up and leave me one of your milestone goals down below in the comments. I am going to share my 2025 goals, but if you want to know some milestones, let me know down below. But overall, very happy with these numbers. Really excited to see what this year has in store. All right, top 3 game changers in 2024. Number 1, I wrote talking to other sellers, especially outside of your niche. So I am a music teacher, so a lot of my products have to deal with the arts, music, theater, drama, just everything in that realm. I found more inspiration talking to people who had nothing to do with that realm. As I'm sure you know, I did go to the Teachers Pay Teachers conference in beautiful San Diego, California. Here are some photos of that. But even outside of that 3-day conference, I was in Facebook groups. I was listening to podcasts. I was following Instagram accounts. Now, I did not consume so much content that I, forgot to stay focused on my goals. But I liked listening to interviews. I liked talking to people, asking questions. My most successful product line and bundle line actually came from talking to a teacher who does nothing in my realm or industry. I just heard them saying something and a light bulb went off and I said, oh, you know what? Let me try making 3 or 4 of those. And now we have over 100 of those. So that's number 1. Number 2, I wrote unique bundling. Now, I'm sure you're going to hear a lot of teachers in this TPT realm say to bundle, but there were roadblocks in my mind, things that I would say, for example, oh, I can't bundle that much. I would never pay that much. Well, I'm clearly not my own customer, so even though I wouldn't do it, I had to remember that my customer base isn't me. So I would go and try to find unique ways to bundle things, whether it be last-minute lesson plans, sub-lesson plans, winter lesson plans, summer lesson plans. Whatever I could bundle and put together is another option that could help another educator. And that's what I had to remember. And it really did formulate in my mind the idea of unique bundling. Now, I wouldn't just throw things together because I thought they looked cute. It did have to serve a purpose, but I did take the risk and try to bundle things uniquely. And then number 3, which is a huge one for me, especially if you've been on this channel for a while, staying focused on less things. When I quit being a K-8 music teacher and I went fully online and I was teaching on different platforms, I got so distracted with what people call shiny object syndrome. Oh, teacher A is doing this. Well, I got to go do this. Then I got to go try that. Then I've got to go do this and that. And I spread myself far too thin. This year, I had 4 focuses. And I'll talk about this in my next video. I'm going to talk about my 2025 teaching and product line schedule. I have 4 focuses, and I keep my eyes on those focuses. If somebody says, oh, I, for example, do selling things on Amazon or other websites, I say that's great. I'll look into that another time. I'm going to stay focused. Past me in 2023, oh, I'd go try it, or I would spend my working time researching those things. So just keeping my eyes on, I guess, the prize or on what I had dedicated at the beginning of the year. That is not to say don't try new things, but for me in my history, I would spread myself so thin. I would have 10 different projects that went nowhere rather than have 4 projects that did really, really well. And you can see that with the numbers that I shared in the 2024 income report. What else did I have on here? 2025 goals. So, new year, obviously we have new goals. Goal right now is take a quick sip of coffee. 2025 goals, I think I'm playing it safe with this one. Let me know your thoughts down below. I wrote 2025 is another year of doubling. Now, you know, in the beginning of this video, I told you I made somewhere around like $1,777, and my goal was to make $3,500. You saw we very much exceeded that. So I feel like it's playing safe to say that I want to double. That would put me into 5 digits for the very first time, which is very exciting. I'll say, yes, I want to go with the year of doubling, but caveat, I would like to have a stretch goal of $15,000. That is almost tripling, which is what we did in 2024. So if we can grow by the same amount in 2025, that's where we would be. Just putting it out there so I can look back in the future and see how we did. Other goals, keeping a big ideas folder. Do you ever have your entire week scheduled out where you know what you're going to work on, how you're going to spend your days, and then by day 2, you get some brilliant idea. And for some reason, you compute that idea as being very time sensitive. And so everything else that was on your schedule is no longer important. You've got to focus on this one idea. I've now decided to dedicate an entire folder on Notion to these big ideas. So if I'm working on my 5 products for the month of February and I get a big idea around Valentine's Day, I'm just going to go write it in that Notion folder. Maybe I revamp the following week, but I'm not going to let big ideas like derail my work schedule. So that's another goal. And then scheduling weekly TPT time. Again, next video is going to be all about scheduling. I'm trying to have solid work hours for online teaching, college teaching, my YouTube channel, both this one and the other one that I've grown all year, and Teachers Pay Teachers. So I've got 4. College, Outschool, YouTube, TPT, and they're all going to get dedicated work times this year. And last but not least, my life updates. One I already mentioned, I finished my first full year on a college faculty. I have students now interning in New York City. They are auditioning for Broadway, regional tours. We've done auditions for school productions, as well as the other ones I previously mentioned, and it is going very well. In September, I had my first semester being fully booked. Like I had the max number of students that the university allows me to have. I am a one-on-one voice teacher, so I don't have like lectures this semester. And the max number they give us, I was lucky enough to hit this fall. Let's see here. Oh, yes. I also was able to travel to places like New York, Chicago, Toronto, of course, the TPT conference in San Diego. I am probably missing some there, but I was very, very fortunate to be able to travel in 2024. It was another year of home projects. I'll put my house tour up here in these cards. If you remember, my husband and I bought a home in, October of 2022. So we have just hit 2 years of home ownership, and the projects just keep coming. But we are in the process of finishing some projects this year to start some more. And last but not least, this is the year that I become an aunt in my immediate family. My younger sister and her husband are expecting their very first child. It's going to be a boy in the spring. I don't know the exact due dates. If you remember in 2020, I posted that my family and I were involved in a very serious car accident. It was when I was doing like quarantine out school. My family was on a trip and we got involved in a very serious car accident. It is that sister that was in the car with me and her husband. They are the ones who are expecting. And I only mention this because a lot of you guys donated to the GoFundMe that helped house them because they were wheelchair bound for about 6 months. They had some pelvic fractures. So to now see them, my sister has finished med school. She's now a doctor. My brother-in-law is doing the same right now. He's about to do his residency match, and they're becoming parents. So if you want to leave any notes for them, write them down below. I will make sure both Katie and Luke see those. If you guys have any other updates on your end, how was your year? What are your goals? Let me know down below. Give this video a huge thumbs up, and of course, I will see you in the next one. Bye!